Emergency powers invoked. Homeland Security Minister orders detention of alleged gang financier. Woman accused of funding Seven Gang, plotting attacks on rivals and police officers by Ronder Dowlat, senior journalist. Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander has exercised emergency powers to order the preventive detention of a Maryville woman whom the government alleges is a key financier of the notorious Seven Gang, claiming she played a central role in funding violent criminal operations and planned reprisal attacks that threatened public safety. The detention order, published as Legal Notice Number 185 of 2026 under the Emergency Powers Regulations 2026, directs that Natalie Harford, of 120 Golf Course Road, Fairways, Maryville, be detained at the women's prison in Golden Grove, Arouca, or at another location designated by the minister. According to the legal notice, Minister Alexander stated that he was satisfied Harford's detention was necessary to prevent her from acting in a manner prejudicial to public safety. The emergency powers regulations allow the minister to authorize the preventive detention of individuals where it is considered necessary in the interest of national security and public order. Persons subject to such an order may be arrested without a warrant and detained under conditions determined by the minister. Alleged financier of organized crime. In outlining the reasons for the detention, the government alleges that Harford has been credibly identified as a financier of the Seven Gang, described in the legal notice as an organized crime group. The notice claims the gang has access to a cache of high-powered firearms and ammunition and is currently engaged in violent territorial disputes with rival criminal organizations. Authorities further allege that Harford provided financial support to facilitate the gang's operations, including funding reprisals that were allegedly being planned against rival gangs. Alleged plans for public attacks. The detention order contains serious allegations that members of the organized crime group intended to launch imminent reprisal attacks in public spaces using high-powered rifles. It further alleges that Harford issued threats directing known gang members to attack individuals she considered personal targets, including private citizens, as well as police officers. According to the minister, her continued detention is considered necessary to disrupt the alleged planned acts of violence and to prevent what the government describes as the potential destabilization of public order. Powers under the state of emergency. The order was issued pursuant to Regulation 14 of the Emergency Powers Regulations 2026, which provides the legal framework for preventive detention during the state of emergency. Under the regulations, the Minister of Homeland Security may issue a detention order if satisfied that an individual's detention is necessary to prevent actions deemed prejudicial to public safety. Once such an order is in force, police officers are authorized to arrest the individual without a warrant and detain them at a facility designated by the minister. No criminal conviction. The publication of a preventive detention order does not amount to a criminal conviction. The allegations contained in the legal notice represent the grounds relied upon by the minister in issuing the order and have not been tested in a criminal court. The legal notice does not indicate that Harford has been charged with any criminal offense arising from the allegations outlined in the detention order. The detention order was signed by Minister of Homeland Security Roger Alexander on April 4, 2026, and published in the Legal Supplement, Part B, Volume 65, Number 50, as Legal Notice Number 185 of 2026.